We now welcome to the stage Emporia State head coach Garin Higgins, quarterback Braden Gleason, and defensive back Jaden Poole. That's not right. Dawson Hammes. Apologies. The Hornets finished 6-6 in 2021 with a 6-5 mark in MIAA play and an appearance in the Farmers Bank Trust Live United Bowl. Guys, as we did before, Coach, we're going to start off with you. Give a brief statement about last season and this upcoming year, and we'll pass it off to each of these two student athletes to kind of talk about your expectations for 2022. Coach, take it away.
Yeah. Well, coming off where we finished at last year, 6-6. I mean, it's average, of course, and I know our guys are looking forward to this upcoming season, as everybody is. I think that we got a veteran ball club that went through a lot, not only, of course, during the season, but I just like to talk about in general. Just last summer it was starting to get back to normal for us, just dealing still with COVID, and then this summer we had a great spring, finished with above a 3.0 as a team GPA for the sixth semester in a row. Get into the summer and been through a lot of adversity. Lost a teammate, and be able to get through that has been a process for our players and coaches, and I think it's important that we've had a tight-knit group that I think has made us closer. But guys have worked hard, guys are committed, and we're looking forward to the upcoming season. And I'd just like to tell everybody hello, people that I haven't seen in a while. It's good to see a lot of familiar faces.
We'll start down there with you, Braden, on thoughts on the upcoming season.
We're very excited. We've been waiting since last season ended. But the summer's been flying by. We're excited to get back to it and just ready for the upcoming season.
Dawson?
Hey, it's year 6, so it's a blast. I can't wait to get another opportunity to play with my guys, get a few new coaches out there with us, and we're ready to see what we can do.
And we'll now open media and those at home using hashtag AskMIAA on Facebook and Twitter, guys. Well, Coach, you talked a little bit, about expectations in this season. I mean, you have two leaders right here next to you on the defense and offensive side of the ball. How have these guys kind of gotten the team ready in this spring and the summer conditioning to move forward this fall? And, football season is going to be upon us here soon.
Yeah, I think both of these guys have went through a maturity process from a standpoint of leadership. They're both mature young men, but I think just learning how to be the best leader that they can be. Dawson, of course, was a captain for us last year, and I think he's grown from that, going through the different things. We lost, last year, 5 of our 6 losses were to 7 points or less. We're 19 points away from having a different season. Mm-hmm. So I know that he has grown from that. And then, of course, Braden, going into last year, with Braden being our starting quarterback, we thought it was important for him to just say, don't worry so much about being a leader. It's more just about being a quarterback and being able to manage the game and, secure the football and things like that. And then once he has got through the season, going into this year, his teammates voted him a captain, and he understands this. But, now I'm looking for him to have matured and understand now that the comfort level that I'm sure that he has because of the experience he got last year is being able to be that, to become that better leader, to be more vocal and to really grab a hold of our offense, and be able to take it to another level, which he knows that he's not going to be able to do that without the guys that are around him.
Definitely. Back there.
We do have a question from Twitter for Coach Higgins. What makes game days at Emporia State such a fun and unique experience for both your players and your fans?
I just think in general, playing in this league every Saturday, it's a big game. The atmosphere. And I've been doing this a long time, and I've coached in Minnesota. I've coached, and that was a different conference. I coached in a couple places in Oklahoma, and I truly believe that Division II football in the MIAA is second to none. So the game day experience, not only at our place, is awesome. Everybody likes to tailgate, and we do a Hornet walk, and I love what I do. So every Saturday, I still feel the same way. I'm always nervous, anxiety, and all that, but I love it. And I think that our fan base there at Emporia is great. It's awesome. I think we got small community, of course, but really supports our football program. And our guys really enjoy it when the stands are packed and we got students there. And I think it's at our place is not only a great small college football atmosphere, but I think it's that way at a lot of venues in the MIAA. So I know our guys enjoy it.
Coach, last year we were all kind of asking you about who your quarterback was going to be and everything. Now, what's it like as a coach to have Braden back and have a proven signal caller back under center?
It makes it nice, It is. I don't want to say relaxing, but it's just a comfort level, I guess you might say. Confidence. I mean, everybody's got confidence in Braden, and going into last year, there were a lot of question marks. We had 2 scrimmages in the spring, and I think he'll be the first to tell you that he played decent, right? And he ended up, having a really great year for a first-year starter. He threw for over 3,000 yards. I think he threw for over 30 touchdowns or something like that, and so him being able to understand the offense better. He's a coach's son. All right, he wants to be a football coach. So we speak the same language, so that makes it nice too. And there's, again, I bring back or talk about that level of comfort. And, we've talked, together as far as I feel like Braden should know what's expected of him this summer and this fall, and understand the importance or what it's like to play quarterback at our institution, and the type of leadership that you have to have. But not only that, but how you go about preparing yourself each and every day. I think that's vitally important, and I think he's grasped that. And, so I think it just, again, that's that level of comfort and knowing that you got a guy that's been through it, to whereas last year it was, man, I hope, just secure the football. You ain't got to try to win the game on your own. You got 10 guys around you. But also going into this year, I think it's important. I coach Braden, and just to make sure that he understands that he doesn't have to carry the whole team either. That's the thing about us offensively is we return 10 starters. So when you got a veteran unit, they've all been through it. When it starts with those guys up front, we got 4 out of 5 starters back on the offensive line, and I know that gives him a level of comfort and confidence.
Dawson, for you said year 6 last season. 96 total tackles, 9.5 for loss. How do you take care of your body in the offseason? Because that is a beating, almost 100 tackles for 6 seasons.
It feels like I spend a lot of time in the training room nowadays, but you just gotta you learn as you go. You pick up on some things, and like you said, you learn how to take care of yourself better. You pay attention to your hydration. You pay attention to what you eat, how much you get some sleep, and like I said, yeah, that's right.
Staying up.
But
hey, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just I
was going to say, Coach, if you could talk to Dawson, being a leader on your team, having him back this 6th year, how big is that for that defense?
Yeah, it's huge to have. Again, we've been through a lot, and it's good to have a guy like Dawson because you know what he's going to bring every day to the table. Great work ethic. Again, coach's son. Loves the game of football, physical, passionate about what he does, and I think that shows, and I think that bleeds over to our other players on the team. And just like I said earlier, I think that having Dawson as a captain last year and losing those close games and those are tough losses, believe me. And I think just having him be able to fight through that and grow from that is so vitally important to our team.
And Dawson, I know I cut you off too, so forgive me, but year 6, are you just excited to put the helmet on one last time?
Oh yeah, you know it. I just love my guys so much, and so getting another opportunity, it's second to none. I can't express it. It's honestly one of the coolest things to get another opportunity, like I said, and I'm ready to get out there and show them what we can do.
And then as for you, Braden, as they talked, last season, first season stepping in, but truly incredible. Threw for 3,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 8th in the nation in total offense. How is the sky the limit? How do you improve on that going into this season?
Really just taking each day and just trying to get better, learning from what I made mistakes on last season, just trying to really just find where I'm weakest at and just improve on it and just trying to keep building a foundation around me. But, all the guys around me make my job pretty easy. I just get them the ball and, let them make some plays. So they make my job a lot easier.
Front right here.
Biggest thing you learned from last year going through that first round through the league and everything? What was the biggest thing you take away from your successes and failures last year?
You better be ready to play every single week. I mean, every game it seemed like it came down to an onside, whether it was us or them, and you just really gotta stick in there. And things aren't going to always go your way, but you got to face adversity and try to overcome that. And that you got to do that each and every week, each and every day. And I think that's the biggest thing I've probably taken away from last season is just all those tough losses and close games. You just got to learn from those and get better.
And kind of for both of you guys, I mean, we'll start with you, Braden. Having Dawson in that defense on the other side of the ball, how much confidence does that give you on the offensive side? And then same for you, Dawson, knowing if you get a turnover, you're giving it back to this guy and he's going down the field.
It gives us a lot of confidence. I mean, we have confidence in them every time they're out there. I love when they get us the ball back and everything like that. So, we're confident in them. We know where they're going to make plays and, get some stops for us. So, we appreciate that a lot.
When Braden come back for his second year starting here, it's awesome. Watching him develop as a player and develop as a leader, it makes our job easier as well. So trying to get the ball back from them, it's nice, and then getting a nice break when they have a long drive, it's awesome too. So he's awesome. He's doing great, and excited to see what he can do this year.
Coach, for you, kind of everyone's talked about, the offseason is such a grind, but sometimes in the best of ways, that summer conditioning, looking forward to fall ball, and getting into week 1, September 1. I mean, how has this offseason been for your team as a whole?
Yeah, it's been great. Here's the thing about it. Every coach that sits up here is going to say they've had a great spring, a great summer, and guys worked hard and they're committed and all that. I mean, to me, the most important thing for our guys is how they've invested each and every one of those days and truly – are they there just showing up to say, hey, we had a lot of guys here this summer? Are they truly showing up and investing their time and doing the right thing and paying attention to detail? And we're not with them every day. We're not around them. So that's where you want to have that leadership and that in the veterans because they know what it takes during the course of the spring and the summer. And thing about it is right now everybody's undefeated. Everybody feels good about going into the fall, and as do we. And it sounds cliche-ish, but I say this all the time. The most important thing for us is to get better each and every day. But and honestly, just think about 1 week at a time in this league. You just have to. That's how you have to do it, I believe. And so, but again, good group, tight group. I love this football team. These are guys that I enjoy being around, even if I wasn't a coach, and I think that's when you feel like you got a special group.
Definitely. We got time for one last question, guys. Well, I guess I will take this one. Guys, inside the locker room, as he said, tight-knit group. I mean, how important is that with the chemistry? He says, he's not with you guys all the time. Are you guys always hanging out afterwards? Is the locker room always packed with guys? I can start with you, Dawson.
It's 100% player-led around here. We're a tight-knit group. We've raised the standard for ourselves, and we really expect a lot out of each other. So keeping each other accountable is huge, and just watching each other, get better just from one another. It's pretty cool. So we're excited to see what we can do.
It's always great to hang around your guys. I mean, you got to kick some guys out of the locker room. Some days it seems like, they'll just hang out in there all day and chop it up. And then, when we're not doing nothing up at the facility, usually everybody's hanging out with each other, just doing whatever we can to not be too bored or just
sure we're doing the right thing, right?
But no, it's great. I love being around the guys every single day, and we all hold each other accountable and push each other to be the best. So that's just what we expect this year.
Any final thoughts?
Again, I got a great staff. The guys work really hard. I think in any successful organization that you have, you got to get everybody on the same page, even though not everybody's going to agree with the decision every time, and that's fine. But we understand that, we got to be on the same page when we leave the office. And I want to tell those guys, how much I appreciate them, really appreciate the players. Look, we're a tight-knit group. We've done everything we've needed to do. Now we got to go out and win football games, bottom line. We can have all these things that feel good about, but we got to go make it happen. We got to go get it done. And hey, everybody's excited. That's a word used a lot today, but we're ready to get going and ready to get camp started.
Thank you guys so much. Best of luck this
You
season.
bet. Thank you.
That was Emporia State, guys. We will take a quick break. Reminder, we want to thank Siegfried Bingham, the official sponsor of the 2022 MIAA Football Media Day. And again, a special thanks to the Kansas City Convention Center for allowing us to host this in their little theater. Also a special recognition to Impact Interiors, helping provide T-shirts for all student athletes, and to Impact Signs, the official company of the MIAA, for being the sponsor of the MIAA Media Day tailgate out in the lobby. Reminder, all games 2022 will be broadcasted live on the MIAA network, and you're watching the 2022 MIAA Football Media Day live and free on the MIAA network.